Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, 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 hello. It is wonderful to connecting with you. Wonderful saying hi. Hello, how do you do? What is happening with you? Blessings, 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 and more blessings I send unto you. For those who will be live, yes, 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 yes. And yes, for those who will hashtag it and replay it, I love it. I love it. For those who will be on, I don't know you on, and I might not never know you on. I can appreciate that. And then for those who will be used by Papa at some point down the road to encourage this here girl, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the encouragement. I am grateful, and it is sometimes needed, just in case you didn't know it. Sometimes it is needed. All right, all right, all right, all right. So, blessings, 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 and more blessings unto you. So, this week we've been talking about the living imperative. What is an absolute? What's necessary? What is absolutely vital for you to engage in? So, growth and expansion and increasing and all of those things are necessary for you. All of those things are necessary. And so when you think about what what you're called to, what you're needed, do you see? So the living imperative, what's an imperative for you? To live fully, to live maximally, to live the best version of your life. What is an absolute imperative? What is a must? What is something that just has to happen and has to continue to happen for you? What is that for you? And so as you think about those things, beloved, I invite you to make a commitment. Playing with a necklace, just in case you wonder why I'm looking down. You know how your little fine necklaces get those little knots in them in the chain. So I went to put it on this morning and it caught my attention. It's one of those things. Like once this catches my attention, I have to really make myself okay. Let it go. Don't make no sense, Catherine. Let it go. So that's us letting it go, because you get to decide that you're gonna focus and not be distracted. You get to decide that. And I decided, and here we are. Here we be. Here we are. Here we are. Okay. So, um, okay, what was I talking about here? Good morning, dear. Love you back. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Ray Price. Yep, yep, yep. Thank God it's Friday. Good morning. Good morning. Truth telling to self. Okay. The living imperative, that which is necessary, that which is vital, that which you absolutely must do, is tell yourself the truth. Is tell yourself the truth. Because not telling yourself the truth gets you in all kind of hot water. It gets you into all kinds of stuff. So literally just telling yourself the truth is of vital, absolute vital importance. Telling yourself the absolute truth, right? Tell yourself the truth. Um, and so yesterday we talked about self-acceptance as a living imperative. But today we're talking about telling yourself the truth, because the thing is that if you don't tell yourself the truth, what are you accepting? Like, you really can't even do self acceptance if you fail to tell yourself the truth. You just can't. If you fail to tell yourself the truth, what does self acceptance really look like for you? Right? What does it really look like if you are not telling yourself the truth? You see? Virginia from Virginia. Yes, happy Friday to you as well. So let's take this weekend to take a sober look at ourselves, to make some decisions about ourselves, to make some decisions about life, and just say, okay, this is the truth about me in this situation. This is the truth about me as it relates to this. Do you see? Tell yourself the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, right? Tell yourself the truth to set yourself free, to help yourself to become empowered. Tell yourself the truth, right? Let's not use time or energy or whatever, wasting it, giving ourselves half whatevers, right? Half insights, half notions, half whatever. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's just say, okay, this is the truth in this scenario. This works for me. This does not work for me. This is a habit, a good supporting habit. This habit is costing me so much. I enjoy this. I get life from this. This work. This is cool. This ain't cool. This ain't cool. Right? We got both hands. We're yin and yang, right? In our lives. We just are. And so, but it's important that we periodically stop and look at ourselves and ask ourselves those questions and get the information we need, because we need to be able to know what is and what isn't, what we can and what we can't, why we can and why we can't. Do you see? We need to be able to know those things. And so I invite us to just a self-reflection weekend. And whatever you discover, accept it, not acquiesce to it. Don't yield to it. Don't say, well, that's just who I am. It's just the way it is. It's the way it's going to be. No, that's not what I'm saying. Take a sober look at who you are, how you are, why you are, those ways. Take a sober look at that so that you can then decide what works for you and what does not work for you. And then when you draw the conclusion of that which works, keep doing it, celebrate it, fortify it, increase it, make it do what it do, boo. But when you discover that something isn't working, don't hold it. Warning, stop. Do not beat yourself up. Call it what it is. You could be sad about it. You could be frustrated about it. You could be disappointed about it. But you can't hold that energy. You can't stay in that energy for a real long time. You just can't stay there for a real long time. You know what I'm saying? But at a certain point, it comes to self-acceptance. Okay, I did it again. Now, I don't want to say this. When I'm talking in these ways, I'm not talking about things that are egregious. Things that are egregious, no, they need accountability. They need to stop. Those need all things have consequences, no matter what, good and bad. But they need, sometimes they need policing, if you will, other outside forces to hold folk accountable, because the actions are just too human. They're just too anti-wellness, okay? So I'm not talking about those kind of acts. We have laws and things like that for those. We have laws and morals and stuff, moral codes, right? For that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your own personal engagement and assessing what you do that helps you to grow into the fullest version of yourself, to leverage and maximize all that you bring to the table. And then that which you don't do, that hinders you from, or what you do that hinders you, right? Or what you fail to do that hinders you. Whatever it is, I'm talking about your action that is in the way of you becoming the fullest version of yourself. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about those other things. Those other things, the law will take care of it, right? Moral codes, ethics, things like that will take care of it. I'm talking about your own personal life imperative of growth that we all have. Where is my book? So crazy. We all have a personal, that don't make sense to me, life imperative to grow. That's what life demands of us, to become the fullest version of ourselves. Is it in here? It must be in here. I was getting ready to say something didn't make no sense at all. Come on now. We was if you say happy Friday, Virginia from Virginia. Yes, yes. So yeah, increasing life. Every living thing must continually seek for the enlargement of its life, because life, in the mere act of living, must increase itself. Every living thing must continually seek for the enlargement of its life, because life, in the mere act of living, must increase itself. Life, in the mere act of living, it must increase itself. It says a seed dropped into the ground springs into activity, and in the act of living produces 100 more seeds. Life, by living, multiplies itself. It is forever becoming more. It must do so if it continues to be at all. We must grow. We must increase. We must become more. We must. That is the living imperative. That as long as we are alive, there's an expectation that we are going to live more. As long as we are alive, there's an expectation that we are going to become more. There's an expectation that we are going to become more. Okay? All right. We are subject to the urge of life, seeking expression, whichever drives us on to know more, to do more, to be more. More. More is the order of the day. More of you, more expansion, more increasing, more becoming, more. So, beloved, I got on late, but it's 6 o'clock, so I'm not going to belabor the hour here. I love you. I appreciate you. I value you. Just take a sober look at yourself this weekend. Just take your time. This is not a beat up session. This is just to say, hey, Kathy, what works and what doesn't work? And at this point, are you ready to do something different? If so, girl, let's go. Let's do something different. Let's just shift. Let's just change the tide here. And so we do that, right? We do something different. And lean into the growth imperative. Growth, yes, it's an imperative of ours. But sometimes you have to stop and look and ask the hard questions, and then perhaps even get support. Good morning, cousin. Thank God it's Friday. All is well. I pray the same for you. Sometimes we have to get support because sometimes we can't do it on our own. Sometimes we have to get some folk to hold us accountable. We got to report into, let them know what we're doing and what we're not doing, all the things. All right. All right, beloved, at the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished, you and I gave up the right to not be amazing. We simply don't have the right to not be amazing because we are anyway. All right, have a fantastic time. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.